Greetings and welcome back to another episode of SurvivalCraft, ladies and gentlemen. I am Lord Proteus, and as always, we're busy doing some work. I thought I would do a little bit more work on the Guardian farm, but something has gone wrong. It seems that the latest patch, they gave us some cool bug fixes and some other neat things and some new skins from the new skin pack. Along with that came a pretty serious bug. Yep, a serious bug. Apparently, they have screwed up the Guardians. They're no longer spawning. No! All this work, and I can't finish testing it out and making it uber and tweaking the efficiency because 4J Studios has somehow inadvertently killed Guardian spawns. I've already contacted one of the guys on my Twitter that works for 4J Studios, and he's assured me that they are aware of the bug, they know what caused it, and they already have a fix done for it internally. So we have to wait patiently while they get it published, and hopefully Sony can push it through pretty quick and get our Guardian farms working back to full strength. In the meantime, I have had a pretty good idea. I haven't really seen too many of these done. Well, let me first give you a backstory. I play a couple of other games online, and one of them is Star Trek related. It's the Star Trek franchise, and it's online. You've got Google Foo, so you could probably figure out which one I'm playing. Anyway, I have always had a morbid fascination with a race of beings from the Star Trek universe called the Borg. So I have a plan. My plan is to build a base of sorts, more like an epic monument of sorts to the Borg. And what I plan on doing is I'm going to build a Borg cube right out here. It's going to be monstrous. It's going to be 100 by 100 by 100. I mean, a big, monstrous 20 floors worth of Borg goodness. I've already got the basic design in my head, some of the layout done. So while the Guardian farm is pretty much out of order for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start putting in the framework for that Borg cube to give you guys an idea of how big this monster is going to be. It's an epic undertaking. And I've got a few of my friends that play the other game with me, and we've talked about it in Ventrilo, or TeamSpeak rather. We don't use Ventrilo anymore. A lot of them think it could be something cool. It could be something great. A few of them have given me some ideas on what to put in it and stuff like that. I've already started concocting a few designs on a creative version of this world, just to give me an idea of what I'm getting into and what can work and what's possible. So, with that being said, I'm going to go do some resource gathering. I need tons of stone bricks, cyan, clay, all that good stuff. So what I'm going to do is crack on here, get some resource gathering done. I'm going to set up some chests somewhere near here, maybe build a platform up there to start off with, and get everything set up to start the construction of the Mega Borg Cube. It's gonna be epic. So let me go gather all that stuff up and get the basics in place, and I'll lay out some framework and show you guys what I'm working on, and we'll be back in a minute. Alright, we're back for a second. I just had a little bit of a thought here. I'm gonna make it to where there's a nether portal inside the Borg cube, so that I can transport back and forth into that Borg cube without actually having to climb a pole or a ladder or an elevator or anything of that nature. And we're gonna link it up inside our nether transport system. And I've done the math. If I push this out just far enough, I should be able to link it to a separate nether portal inside my nether transport system, which would be very cool. But problem is, I don't have any obsidian. So I'm gonna have to make a trip all the way to the end and chop down some obsidian block towers. It's gonna be fun. But I thought I'd leave you guys a little tidbit here. I put up a sign. That's right, I put up a sign. Guardian Bowl out of order. Parts arrive on Tuesday. For you Star Trek fans, you'll get the reference. Alright, so let me hop out to the end farm or end dungeon that I've got and grab some obsidian, and we'll be back and we'll start working on the base platform and the obsidian nether portal room inside the Borg cube. Be back in a second. Alright guys, a little bit of a progress update here. We made a successful trip to the end. We got some more obsidian to make the portals that I'm going to use to link the Borg cube and our nether portal transport system. I've already got that in place, and I've done the basic outline of the 100 block square. So I'm going to look down a little bit here, and behind me you can see the basic start of the Borg cube. It is going to be epically huge. It's going to be a monster. But let's go travel through the nether portal here and show you how close these two nether portals actually are in the nether. And give you an idea of, you know, how well a transport system kind of works. It's a really, really neat function. And because it's the limitations of the size of the nether that makes it work. So let's pop on through here. Dum dum dum. Alright, and look. To the right. Oh my god. There's the Borg cube door. Ooh. Alright, let's jump in. Take a look at what we got. Alright. Here we are. A successful nether transport to the Borg cube. Now this is going to be the bottom floor, and I've designed the cube to be 100 by 100 on the inner circle of the ring, or the square rather. So this outside line doesn't even count for the 100 by 100. So this is going to be the outer wall. So the interior is going to be a true 100 wide, 100 long, and 100 high. And that's what I'm going to work on right now, is get the basic setup. And this is what I do with any epic structure that I'm going to build, is I set a template in place, basically. Now, for this one, this floor here is going to be raised 1, because I want it to be empty on the inside. So we're going to have a 1 there. And I've decided that each floor is going to take up 5 blocks, minus 1 block. Well, let me explain. You got 1 block and then 4 blocks for each floor. So basically 5 blocks for each chunk. So this will be 1 right here. This will be our raised floor. So this is the floor of the first, basically the first floor. And then you're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then 1 more for the ceiling. And then you got, we'll put that template right there. Then you do 1 for the empty space, 1 for the floor. And we got that in there. And then you 1, 2, 3, 1 for the ceiling. So basically what this is doing is just put an empty space in between each floor, and what that'll allow me to do is do some pretty cool redstone tricks. Let's see where we're at here. Alright, so 1 more up. 1 floor. So we put the floor in right here. Then 1, 2, 3, and then the ceiling. And then an empty space floor. And then 1, 2, 3, and ceiling. And basically that is the gist of it. I can't really count from this side. Let me see how many high we are. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 floors. So we'll make the 5th one and then we'll do our count. Did I bring my map? No, I didn't bring the map. Alright. That's okay. We're gonna find a way up back up here. Probably use water drop. Alright, so that was the ceiling. Then 1 floor. Dum, dum, dum. 1, 2, 3 ceiling. And this should give us 5 floors. It should give us 5 floors. Alright, I'm going to take the quick way down and go back through the nether portal. Glad I'm building over water. Oh, that Guardian farm looks kind of cool underwater. And thank God for Depth Strider. Depth Strider makes walking through water a whole lot easier. Alright, let's take a look back here and see what we've got here. Alright, looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 floors. Alright, let's go back to the nether portal. I'm going to grab the map and check the height of that, because I want it to be exactly 100 high before it hits the ceiling. Because the ceiling will be at the 101 mark, and the floor below will be the 102 mark. So it makes a true 100 by 100 cube. Alright, back through here. Convenient nether transport. Run, run, run. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 floors. Let's grab our map here. And we're gonna need, I'll just use stone to get back up to there. Alright, it's nighttime. Let's grab our bow out just in case anybody decided they want to spawn up on us like a creeper or something. Alright, let's see what we got. I'm gonna climb up here, measure it out, and then I'm gonna put some more infrastructure in. So let's go to here. This needs to be a wall anyway. Alright, so right here on our map, we are at Y100. So when I reach the top of the 5th floor ceiling, we should be at Y200. You know what? I just thought of something. I'm a bozo. There's gonna be 20 floors. Alrighty then. Alright, let me get the rest of these floors in place here, and then we'll do some counting and see how that goes. And I'll be back in a second. Alright, here we are back again. We are now sitting at the 201Y location. Look at the stars. Oh my god, perfect setting for the Borg. Just came out of outer space, coming to invade, trying to grab my Guardian Temple. What's up with that? Well, anyway, as you can see, we are pretty high up there. This is going to be one epic Borg cube. I mean, just look at the sheer size of that compared to the Guardian farm. I mean, it's almost triple the size. So you can imagine how much work this is going to take. But it's going to be an adventure for all of us. We're going to learn some stuff. We're going to design some stuff. We're going to see what works, what doesn't. And we're going to try to make an epic Borg cube inside and out. We're going to have all the Borg niceties on the inside. You know, the cores, the power units, Borg alcoves for Borg resting. If you don't know what that is, I suggest looking up the word Borg, B-O-R-G. But basically what the math turned out to, and I forgot to subtract the one space, so we're not going to wind up with 20 floors. What we're going to wind up with is 16 floors. with a space in between each one for redstone shenanigans and things of that nature, so I can light up the rooms and whatnot. But that is going to be a long time from now. But so far we're good. We're building out the structure. We're getting the skeleton in place. So let me pop down here. I'm gonna put a few skeletons in place, put the outside ring around it, and go from there. So we'll see you in a second. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and there it is. I've got the skeletal structure in place. It's huge. It's monstrous. It's epic. Seeing it on screen like this with the basic skeletal structure, it's gonna be big. It's gonna be a lot of work, but it'll definitely be worth it. And what I'm planning to do is, since this isn't going to be to scale, it's probably 1/10 the scale of an actual Borg cube as far as, you know, size. Because in Minecraft, one block is 3 meters, and an actual Borg cube can range anywhere from 2,000 meters to 3,000 meters wide. So we're probably in the 300 meter area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour over some reference materials, pictures, videos, things of that nature, anything I can get my hands on that shows the interiors of a Borg cube. And what I'm going to do is incorporate the most famous parts of the Borg cubes. You know, the Queen's little area, the Borg warp cores, you know, the alcoves where they regenerate, you know, maybe an assimilation room, something of that nature. You know, things that are iconic to the Borg themselves. Yeah, that's going to require a lot of materials, because I'm going to need to get, you know, a bunch of stained clay, a bunch of mossy bricks, which requires chopping down a bunch of vines with some shears. I might have to start a vine farm so I can get all that stuff. Got to get a bunch of cactuses to dye the clay, and thankfully I've got a slime farm, because we're going to require a lot of slimes for some lighting effects and things of that nature. But thankfully we've got enough slime, we can do it. We can make it happen. So over the course of the next few weeks, we're going to be plugging away at this project. We're going to take care of some of the skeletal structure on the inside, get some of the basic flooring in place, and, you know, some of the layout where I want it, and show you guys some of the structural components of this. And on the exterior, we're going to go for what they call a tactical cube. It's not a normal Borg cube like you've seen in some of the Star Trek episodes. What this cube is, it's a more heavily armored cube. It's designed for tactical combat. It has armor plating on the outside, you know, additional weaponry and stuff of that nature. I'm planning to put some cool effects on there, maybe a docking bay door with, you know, a force field. Maybe some working firing weapons, torpedo launchers maybe, if I can get some redstone worked out for it. Because I know I've got plenty of redstone. I got tons after digging out that Guardian farm. But that is all I have time for this episode. I hope you enjoyed watching the birth of the Borg cube. Yay! If you liked the video, smack the like button. If you want to see more of the video, or more of this project, or any of the projects that I'm working on, hit that subscribe. Keep yourself informed. And if you really, really, really love this type of stuff, epic builds, you know, impossible jobs, stuff of that nature that gets done in Minecraft PS4 hard mode, share this on social media. Tweet it out to your friends, throw it on Facebook, you know, tell your friends, hey, this is cool, I like this, you guys should check it out. And I would really appreciate it. Helps the channel grow, helps, you know, keep more of these type of videos coming, and keeps you guys entertained. But with that said, I am Lord Proteus. This has been another SurvivalCraft adventure in hard mode, and I will see you guys on the next video, and I'm out.